Okay, this is Chapter 11, Lesson 4, Applying Percents to Algebraic Problems. Your objective is to solve problems involving percentage and percent of change. So, the beginning of the school year, I was very adamant that you learn percentage and understanding it in the real world. I thought about skipping this lesson because I know that it's something that's been taught to y'all, but it is so important for you to understand this that if you didn't understand it the first 3 times it was taught to you through middle school, I hope that you understand this now. This could be single-handedly one of the most important lessons that you learn in middle school, and if you don't understand it before you leave, I feel like I haven't done my job. These are real world scenarios. You need to know how to solve percent problems in the real world. Tax, tip, interest. I mean, it is so important that you understand this. So I'm going to spend time, we will spend time on this topic. And for those of you that get it, great, because you will fly by through this next lesson. And this is also going to unknowingly help you with trigonometry. So let's get to our first example. Aran has a part-time job as a salesperson at a computer store. He is paid a 2% commission on his total sales. 1 week his total sales were $7,000. How much was his commission? So this is really important to know. 2% doesn't sound like a lot, and it really isn't a lot. 2% of something isn't a lot, but let's think about this. 2% of $7,000, this is what 2% of $7,000 looks like. If this whole line was $7,000, 2% is about right here, is what I was trying to say. I didn't realize you couldn't see what I was pointing at. So, a percent is a ratio that compares a number to 100. 2% of 7,000, all you have to do is multiply 2%, but you need to change your percentage to a decimal. So 2% to a decimal is, move my decimal 2 places to the left, and I get 2 hundredths, 2%, 2 hundredths, and then I multiply 2 hundredths times 7,000 to get 2% of that number, because of means you're multiplying. So you're finding 2% of 7,000. Even though it doesn't say the word of in your word problem, it's about understanding, comprehension. So 2% of 7,000 means that he made $140. And I would say that a part-time job making $140 for 1 week, I would say that's not too bad. Doesn't say how many hours he worked, but part-time's less than 20 or less, so not too bad. So $140, that's how much he made. All right. And you should have gotten 6 25/100%. I would say that's not bad. 6 months and you get a 6% raise. That's not too bad. Most people, they work for a year and they only get like a 2% raise. So, Ainsley, good job. I don't know where the problem went, but let's go. There it is. When Ainsley first started working, she was paid $8 an hour. After her 6 months, her hourly wage was raised to $8.50. What was the percent of increase in her hourly wage? So here's something else you need to know. You need to know how to find the percent of change. The percent of change equals the amount of change over the original amount times 100. So your amount of change, well, she was paid $8. And then she got changed to $8.50. So my amount of change, I'm not going to show this work because all you're doing is subtracting. $8.50 times 8, your amount of change was 50 cents. over the original amount. The original amount she got paid was $8. Again, all about comprehension. You need to understand what you're looking for. Times 100. So go ahead and type this one in your calculator. Okay, so here's another example of how you see percents in the real world. Another reminder is whenever I'm doing a problem, no, you don't have to write down the entire word problem. It will help you so you can look back at your notes. But the most important thing is that you write down the formulas and what the formulas stand for, because you're going to need to know that for the classwork. Not unless you already know them in your head. So, or you completely understand them, which is even better than memorizing. So, Marcus was charged 5.3% simple interest on a loan of $4,600. He paid all the money plus interest after 2 years. How much did he pay altogether? So first you need to find the interest, using the simple interest formula. This is a simple interest formula. This is a very, very, very real scenario for all of you. I'm positive that one day you are going to take out a loan on whether you're going to pay for your own college, or whether you're going to buy your own house one day, or whether you're going to send your own kids to college one day. You are going to have to take out a loan, and interest is always going to be attached to that loan. So this is very, very real for you. This is so important you understand this. So how much did he pay altogether? So we need to find, first find the interest. So my interest formula is written right here. And this is remember what they all stand for. So interest, I, equals P, the principal, times the rate, times time. So I need to find my principal. My principal is how much the loan is, because that is the principal, the amount, $4,600. So I'm going to plug in $4,600 for P, times my rate. My rate is 5.3%. I need to change my rate to a decimal, and so I'm going to move my decimal 2 times to the left, and I'll have 53 thousandths. And then I need to, oops, it makes it to where my things aren't right that I'm circling, but that's okay. So times time, which is 2 years. And an important thing to remember about time is if they give you months, you need to make sure that it is in a form of year. So, for example, 6 months would be half a year, so you would use 5/10. So, this is going to be times 2. Lucky enough for you, they made it easy. So, we have 4,600 times 53 thousandths times 2. And that equals our interest. And interest is something that you pay for taking out a loan. They charge you extra because you're borrowing money from them. So, 4,600 times 53 thousandths times 2 is $487.60. So let's see if I'm done with the question. It says, how much did he pay altogether? Well, I only know how much he paid for interest. He paid $487.60, but he also paid $4,600 in the beginning, because it says he paid all the money plus interest. So $4,600 plus $487.60 is how much he paid altogether, which is $5,087.60. Awesome. Okay, so I want you to attempt to do number 1 and number 2. And tomorrow when you come to class, we will check it.